Yeah, this is probably gonna be a lot. Okay. Oh, hello there. I didn't see you. Hello, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Over. I haven't counted how much days I haven't posted, like for 1 week. And everyone's going hectic right now. Bro, chill. Chill at the time now. Okay, I'm currently being busy. Okay, I'm busy in some stuff. Yeah, I've been busy in a lot of things. When I say busy in a lot of things, I mean a lot. So yeah, so like as my son is too busy, so that's why. I'm sorry. But I need to make a schedule, but since I can't make a schedule, I'll just do it on somebody. But let's get to the topic of this what if now. Where did I get papers? Today we'll be doing the water for wrong one. Just checking through my scripts book here. You always write the scripts, but I just never. Yeah, fine. So today's what if is gonna be what if Madera. What if Naruto was Madara's son exactly? Don't know. What if Naruto was Madara's son exactly? Was the son of Madara. Yeah, so we're gonna continue off. If you haven't heard the full thing, go back. A few minutes after this video is probably finished. I might make a playlist if I have the time. But if I don't, then yeah. So just bear with me, okay? So this what if is gonna pretty much bring a lot. And it's actually a special for us, for my channel reaching 245 subscribers. You could put it as special, okay? It's the second special, okay? So let's go. We start off this what if with Madara. We start this what if we see Madara standing and telling Naruto everything. As Madara's going through his head, I have to. As he says in his head quietly, he then tells Naruto, he then has Naruto a map. We're in the land of fire right now. I want you to go to the hidden leaf and say your name is Naruto. Just tell them you're Naruto. But don't put the fact that you're an Uchiha. Because if you do, that would be more hectic than usual. As Naruto looks at him and says, but no buts, it's for your safety. As Madara had already talked to his mother about the Tsukiyomi plan. As he then walks off with the 100 other Uchihas following him. As Naruto then sighs and says, I guess I have to obey father. As he packs his things, as his mother kisses him goodbye, then he hugs his grandma. As he walks off, ready to go on his adventure. The reason why Naruto has to go to the leaf, since they were attacked somewhat by Cloud Ninja, aka Root Ambu, as Suruki's mother, Totsuki, already notices that these Ambu are from the root, meaning the leaf is behind this. But the reason why Madara is sending Naruto to the leaf is for his protection, since he knows the third Hokage will protect Naruto at any cost. So Naruto walks. He arrives as the guards stop him and yell, "Stop! Halt! Who are you? What's your business here? And where are you from?" As Naruto then sighs as he then says, "My name is Naruto. Tell us your last name." As Naruto says, "None of your business," as he walks in as the guard stops him and says, "You're supposed to tell us, I'm here to see the Hokage, that's it. I'm just here to enroll in this village. I'm not from any shinobi village or anywhere." As he walks off, the ninja then sighs as he continues his job. As Naruto walks in, as he walks through, as then Naruto goes to Hokage's tower as a ninja pointed at it. As he then stopped by Anbun saying, "Halt. Halt. What is your business?" As Naruto says, "I'm here to talk to the Hokage. You have no ninja rank and affiliation. Go scram, kid." As Naruto's head ticks, as he then vanishes and appears right behind the gate and says, "Yeah, whatever." As he walks off, as the two ninjas just stand there in amazement, as they rush to stop Naruto, but Naruto walks in the office as he vanishes into the Hokage's office, as he vanishes in front of the secretary's desk. As the secretary looks up and says, "Do you have any appointment with Lord Hokage?" As Naruto nods, as she says, "Wait a minute, he's in a council meeting." He's like, "Okay, where's the council room?" As she looks up and laughs and says, "You think you can go to the council room, kid? Nice try." As Naruto says, "I'm not joking. Where's the council room?" in a deep voice that can send shivers down the spines of anyone, including fear the Hokage, make him fear for his life. As this is happening, Naruto walks off as he waits there as the secretary had pointed, while stuttering and shivering most times, trying not to provoke Naruto to the point where he would be angry. As she then sits down and starts going back to reading her magazine, scared of for her life. As the Hokage comes back, as she looks at a board, as the Hokage puts that he's free, as she points to Hokage's office, knocks on the door and says, Hokage-sama, you have a visitor." As the Hokage says, "Let him in." As he then starts stacking his paper, looking and says, well, what is your business?" As he looks up to see Naruto, as the Hokage then says, what is the business? What's your business here? What's your business here, young one? As Naruto says, "Cut the crap." Naruto says, "First of all, I'm 12 years old, and secondly, I'm just here to ask if I can enroll in this village." Since he's like, "Well, I am from outside here, not from here. My whole entire village was destroyed, and so me and my clan separated. And may I know the name of your clan?" "You don't need to know that. It's none of your business." As Hokage is like, "Well, it is my business. You are trying to enroll here. I have to know which clan you're from. It's not like a clan. You have to know if you have a bloodline or not." As Naruto looks at him, as then after he said he knew what Madara told him, but he trusted this old man, as Madara, his father, told him that if you see anyone that you trust dearly, if the Hokage asks, you could say that you're from the Uchiha clan, but he would probably keep it a secret, due to the fact that if there are two Uchihas, yeah, you know what happens. Well, I am from a clan. But Naruto decides not to tell him the name. My clan possesses a Kekkei Genkai of sorts. What is it? It's a dojutsu. What dojutsu? Why should I tell you the dojutsu when it was already here in the village? In the village? What do you mean? You have two dojutsus in the village. You of course could know it. As Naruto then sits down and sees like, what do you mean? You are the Hokage after all. There are two clans who have dojutsus. Yeah, but the other one who had the dojutsu the Uchiha here were massacred and eradicated by Itachi Uchiha. As Naruto already knew of this, as he then says, okay. As he sighs, knowing that he's gonna be in trouble. As the Naruto's attack does happen. But Naruto just stays there. He's looking at the Hokages. The Hokage says, well, where are you from? The land of frost. The land of frost. Close to the border. I live close to the border of the land of iron. It's a bit chilly there. And I live close to the border between the land of wind and the land of fire. We're in the land of frost is but between the border. But at the border that's only a few hours away from where I live. Like you could just say around 15 hours for normal walk, but if it was a group of shinobi, it'll take around 13 hours to get here. As he then says, well, okay, as he writes that down on a paper, so, can you please tell me your clan name now? You know my clan name. After all, you did say that they were struggling on their feet right now. As then, the Hokage's eyes widen. Wait, are you? Yes. As the Hokage says, you're from the Uchiha? As Naruto puts his hand on the mouth, as the Ambo ready to slice him, as the Hokage gives the order not to, as Naruto says yes. As then, Naruto had made an illusion to seem like he didn't hear anything. But the Ambo can't really hear anything, they can only see stuff. So, the Ambo try to attack, but the Hokage stops them. As he then says, wait, you're an Uchiha? As he then stands up and he's like, well, yes, I am an Uchiha. No, wait, how can it be? Well, yes, wait, there are other Uchihas out there, including my family. There are at least 150 Uchihas left, so yes. As Hiruzen then says, as Hiruzen stops and he sighs, as he then says, well, this is gonna be a scuffle, even though I do have to tell the council, and they will probably force me to put you in the CRA Act. As Naruto says, CRA Act? What is that? Well, as you see, the Uchiha clan has gone in the leaf, so they want to have more Uchiha, so they're gonna have to force you in. And Naruto says, force me? Yeah, I don't care about that. As the Hokage had registered him, and he then says, oh yeah, can I sign into the academy? Just put this. But one thing, can I only keep it a secret that I'm not an Uchiha? Why? My father made many enemies along his path. As Hiruzen then says, yes, in agreement. Try not to get the council, because he doesn't want to deal with them right now. Because he's already dealt with both of the Gaharu and Shimura's loudmouth, and he had to deal with the Haruno's speaker. Yes, Naruto still has the nine tails sealed inside of him. But it isn't that pretty much pissed. Cause hey, he's inside a host who's kind, so at least this dude does not put him under genjutsu. But Naruto still knows about Kurama and actually knows his name. Since the nine tails were sealed inside of him when it was a baby due to the nine tails attacking his home. And we'll get that into the near future. But Naruto was then assigned a house as Hiruzen would escort him there. As he then says, if you're an Uchiha, you have to live in Uchiha camp. No. Sasuke would know too. As Hiruzen nods and he tells Naruto to live in Sasuke's compound. As Sasuke is just walking by as he sees Naruto, as Naruto says, hey, you must be Sasuke. Huh. Great to meet you. As Sasuke looks at as Naruto then narrows his eyes. Sasuke does that. As they walk, as Naruto gets assigned the house beside him, Naruto starts packing and putting his stuff in place like a normal person would when they move in. As he then puts all his stuff away, including all his Uchiha clothes. Trying to stick to the main clothes and not reveal, hey, I'm an Uchiha. So the next day, he walks to the academy. As he opens the door, as this time, Aruka then says, oh, you must be the new student assigned to the class. As Sasuke narrows his eyes, as Naruto shots back with a dangerous glare that could send a shiver across the room, even make someone like a Jonin, like Kakashi, freeze and stop in their tracks for a moment. But Kakashi, no. But a Jonin stop in their tracks and start shivering. As Naruto then does that to Sasuke, Sasuke shivers as he thinks something about the sky is off. I'll do an investigation and possibly assess his skills since I can sense his bloodlust. It's immense. As Aruka says, this is Naruto. As Naruto says, hi. As Aruka says, this is Naruto, yeah, wait, you don't have any last name. That's odd. As Naruto's like, yeah, my family doesn't have a name. As Sakura starts laughing and says, ha, look at the dope who doesn't have a clan. As then Naruto then says, at least I'm not the person who has a microphone as a mouth. As everyone starts laughing at Naruto, as then everyone shuts up when Naruto gives a roast to Sakura. He said I'm not the one who has a speaker for a mouth. A loudmouth speaker for a mouth. As then Naruto walks up as he sits down. As Ruka in his head says, you have to, man, I will have to talk to him about that. He has to teach me how to get her to shut up because she's really annoying. As all the boys nod as well. Then Naruto sits down and says, bored as Haruka, he's on focus. Okay, Naruto, since you're acting not paying attention, you are the new kid. How about you answer what happened between Madara? Who won the battle between Madara and Hashirama? As Naruto knows the answer for this, but he can't reveal that his father lost. Well, it was Madara who lost at the Valley of the End. He summoned the Nine Tails and was able to control it, even armor it with his own. As he stops, he was able to control and armor it with his own. As he stops, trying not to reveal he has a Mangekyo, as in he says, with his own power, and even make an almost annihilated the whole entire village with just one blast. As everyone sweat drops. As he then says, explain all the chakra: fire, earth, wind, lightning, and water, of course. Everyone has a unique chakra nature, and it's still able to learn another chakra nature. For the Hokage, he has multiple. He has all 5 chakra natures, making him known as the professor of jutsu, able to learn a jutsu by just one day. As Naruto says while sitting down, bored again, as Sakura's like, well, dope, at least all of us has a family. And he's like, at least I don't have an irritating voice. He snaps back. As Sakura shuts up, then everyone keeps quiet. As the day passes, as Aruka says, well, it's time for sparring. Tomorrow will be the graduation exams. As Naruto then walks up, as he sees the board, and he's like, a ranking board, he whispers. As he sees his name is at the bottom, as Sasuke comes out and sees Sasuke's name on the board on top, and Naruto says, that's odd. How come my name is at the bottom? As Sasuke says, well, because you're a weakling, dope. As Naruto then looks at Sasuke in the most distinctive death looks of all time. That could probably make a person go crazy if it was a regular civilian. As Sasuke shivers again. As he then says, okay. As all the class walks outside, as Haruka starts calling up random names, as each spar goes on, as he says Naruto versus Sasuke Uchiha, as Sakura's like, go Sasuke, beat this clanless loser. As Naruto gets irritated and feels like activating his sword and coming to kill her, because she won't stop talking. There's always Sasuke this or Sasuke that. As Naruto then says, Haruno, shut up. You do know Sasuke doesn't like irritating people. There are people who are very irritating. As Sakura says, well, at least, well, if you call, as Sakura says, how dare you? I can get you executed for that. My mother's on the civilian council. As Naruto says, well, I don't care about the civilian council. They're already just mere civilians. They're just mere civilians who are way too corrupt and have way too much power. As he then says while then shrugs while walking off. As Sakura gets irritated and looks to punch Naruto, but Ino stops her. You know you can't punch anyone during a fight. Then Naruto steps up as Sasuke says, give up, dope. You cannot win. You will never win. I'm Uchiha. I'm Uchiha elite. So bow to my feet. As Naruto says, well, you can control other people from other clans. As then he says, you don't have a clan. As Naruto's like, not true. As Sasuke says, stop all this crap. As he then says, you better kneel to my feet right now. As Sasuke says, yeah, kneel, become his servant. It will be good for you. As Naruto says, be good. As the other boys then whisper, mumbling, beat his ass. Other boys are, beat his ass. As the fight starts, Sasuke then says, I'm giving you the last shot. And Naruto says, what if I say I don't care about all my Uchihas, because there's no such thing. There's no such thing as then Naruto launches straight. As then Sasuke launches straight at Naruto. As then Naruto then dodges. As Sasuke passes right by, as Naruto then uses a glimpse of his Sharingan and then deactivates it. Sasuke did not notice this. Then Naruto jumps back as he runs, as he then says, well, nice try. As Naruto runs through hand signs and says explosion. During a fight, as Naruto jumps in the air, as Sasuke tries to get Naruto, but he misses. But Naruto comes down from the air with a devastating kick that could hurt a person, coming at Sasuke from on top. As Sasuke kicks Naruto, but Naruto poofs. As everyone is confused, Iruka's eyes widen. Shadow clones, he whispers. As then after Naruto then throws a kunai. As there's fireball, as then the kunai is just splaying. As Iruka's about to stop the fight, as Sakura's like, hey, isn't that not cheating? No, it's not. His weapon is dull. It can't hurt Sasuke in any single way. And plus, I already placed a barrier seal. As she's like, what? As then, out of Naruto made fire come start blasting towards Sasuke's. As the fire kunai is now almost ready for impact, as Sasuke substitutes out of there trying to get Naruto, as Naruto kicks him down, and then after then Sasuke tries hitting him from the back with his elbows. Naruto knocks him out clean cold as he drops on the ground. As everyone is surprised, the biggest big shot, who mumbled his mouth so loud that you can feel so annoyed, was actually knocked out cold. As all the fangirls, Sakura starts yelling, you cheated! Iruka, he should be kicked out, he cheated the whole entire fight. As Naruto then says, can you please be quiet, Haruno? As Sakura's like, I'll have my mom get you arrested. In a petty voice, as all the girls agreed with her. Yeah, make sure you do that. I want to beat him up and do anything. As all the girls start mumbling, as Ino, she just looks at Naruto in a different way. Not that way. But then they all walk in as the fights go on. As the day ends, as Naruto then walks out, as Sasuke then says, hey, dope, teach me that weird kunai jutsu. As Naruto's like, why should I? Cause I asked you to. First of all, you can't be interfering, even though we are a part of the same family. As Sasuke's like, what are you talking about? Oh, nothing, just me mumbling to myself. As he walks off, as Sasuke stops him, tell me now, in a deadly voice. As Naruto's like, you know, I said, Naruto then says, I was just mumbling to myself. In a sarcastic tone. He's like, please just spare my life. As then Naruto says, okay, fine, I'll tell you. As Sasuke then yells, tell me now. As Naruto says, as I said, a part of the same family. Does that ring a bell? As Sasuke says, no, it doesn't, but tell me. As Naruto says, I said a part of the same family. I'm not meaning part of the biological family. I'm not Itachi. You know, you can't command other clan members, as I said. As Sasuke then eyes widen, you're saying, yes, Sasuke, you and Itachi are not the only Uchihas left. What? I'm also an Uchiha, and there's others. There's at least, as Naruto says, you're not the only Uchiha left with Itachi. There's at least 100 and... Oh yeah, I'm just gonna say the Uchiha's numbers are 200 or 300. Yeah, 300. 300 Uchihas around the world now. As Madara did repopulate the clan, he didn't repopulate it. There was just some Uchihas chilling. There's only at least, Naruto says, at least about 160 190 Uchihas left, or if you want to count it. With you and me, there would be at least 203 with Itachi counted in. As Sasuke's eyes is mind blown and says, "You're telling me there's more Uchihas out there, and I'm not the only one?" Yes, and the person who's ruling the Uchiha clan. You will find out very, very soon, much when you get older. As Sasuke then says, as Naruto says that activating his matured 3 Tomoe Sharingan. As Sasuke says, "You have the Sharingan?" As Naruto then tells him, "Yes, it's pretty easy to unlock it. How? You have to pump chakra into your eyes." As Sasuke does that with his prodigy chakra control, as he's able to activate a 2 Tomoe Sharingan. As Naruto says, "Well, Sasuke, time for training." As Sasuke looks at him, confuses. Naruto hits him. Sasuke blocks. "Your punches are more slower." As Naruto then starts hitting in multiple places, as furious. As then Sasuke starts saying, What are you doing?" And says, "I'm training you. This is what my father did." As he goes rampaging on Sasuke starts trying to use all his skills, thinking he's still better than Naruto. As Naruto just cheated. As Sasuke starts doing all his skills, as he starts feeling himself losing. As he growls, thinking, "Am I that weak? Am I this weak?" He thought. There's other Uchihas out there, and he is one of them. Imagine the other children by my age. They're probably well-renowned shinobi. Not renowned, but they're well-fit shinobi. As Naruto's like, "Yes, Sasuke," thinking in his head, use the power of the Sharingan. As Sasuke says, "No. The power of these eyes. I can defeat anyone, but why can I not fight him? Is it because he's an Uchiha? No. It's not because of that. It's because he's powerful." As Sasuke starts thinking he's weak, he's just weak. He beat me in a fight. He showed me off. As he starts seeing Itachi massacring the clan again and again, thinking that he might go and massacre the other Uchihas. As Sasuke doesn't want his clan to be extinct. As he then goes furious, activating the 3 Tomoe. "I'm gonna have to make this happen, since I'm gonna have to keep them on par with each other. If Naruto's over, the battle at the end won't be helpful," and you know what happens. As Naruto then says, "Well, that was easy." As then he then says, "Well, Sasuke, you've activated the 3 Tomoe already." As he pulls up a mirror showing Sasuke his eyes, as Sasuke starts jumping in joy. As then Naruto says, "Now it's time for you to learn Genjutsu." As he throws him scrolls, a ton of them. As he then says, "Learn these Genjutsu and become proficient in them. Become so proficient that you might even surpass me." As Sasuke nods as he walks off, so does Naruto. As Naruto and Sasuke walk off, the final exam, Sasuke comes in. You know that normal Uchiha, during the Great War, the Clan War. That's what Naruto's maybe wearing. It's not joking. Naruto comes to class. As he has his long extended hair, he ties it up like Jiraiya's hair. As he has a cloak like Madera's that has the Uchiha symbol. As he has black pants with white ninja tape on his ankles as his sandals. As then he has black shinobi sandals. As he has bandages, bandages on his forehead. As he walks. Sasuke comes in somewhat like it. He comes in wearing the same You know how Sasuke wears his entire and Shippuden, like something like that? He comes in with something like that. Let me show you. This is somewhat what Sasuke is wearing. This would probably be black. The ropes would be the same, would be black as well, as he would be wearing his normal shirt there, as his hair would be covered like that with the hood. Just joking, not that. As he wears something like that, the same outfit he wears in Shippuden is somewhat the same, but the feet there will be bandages on them, and the hands there will be a long bandage, just all along his arm, this arm. As then there'll be bandages around him. As for his forehead, there'll be bandages like how he wore when he was about to fight Itachi. Those are the same bandages he wore. The same bandages he wore during trying to fight Itachi. Yes, that's how OP Sasuke might be. But he'll be wearing a black shirt and black pants, and he would have a black jacket and Uchiha symbol on it, as he would wear bandages, something somewhat like that, as he would walk in the class, as all the girls look at Sasuke. But when Naruto walks in with his jacket and his head and the bandages on his forehead, where his and a bandage on his jacket arm, where he's gonna put his like a little spot where metal's supposed to go to, as Naruto walks in, as this has the Uchiha symbol, as this somewhat has the Uchiha symbol, but doesn't. As then he walks in, as all the girls look at Naruto and say, "What are you doing? Why are you trying to be cool as Sasuke?" As Sakura's like, "Yeah, go back home and change your clothes anyway. You're too boring, and plus, why are you here? You should be at home, doing your crappy little life." As Naruto says, "If you do that, Sakura," as Naruto says, "Sakura, if you don't shut up," he says, "Haruno, if you don't be quiet, how about you stop whining and saying, well, I should go home, when you should go home and start trying to train more, since you're pretty weak," he says in a mocking tone. As Sakura yells, "I'm not weak, right, Sasuke?" As Sasuke says, "Well, you are weak. Like, you can't even defeat Ino." As Sakura takes that hard, as she then shuts up and realizes all she's been doing, this she doesn't realize, she's gonna be still weaker. As Sasuke and Naruto walk, as Naruto just sits down, as he yawns, putting his legs on the table, and out of nowhere, no wait, why would Sakura be here? I meant that was a random girl. That was some annoying random girl. That wasn't Sakura. As you hear a ruckus, as you hear two girls screaming, as they dash, as then you see Sakura and Ino arguing. "I should sit beside him. You go and sit somewhere else. I will sit beside him. You go and sit somewhere else." As this is Sakura and Ino, of course, as they're arguing who's gonna sit over Sasuke. As then Sakura stops and says, "Good morning, Sasuke." As he looks, as then he's like, "Can I sit beside you?" As Sasuke says, I don't know. Can you? I don't know. As Naruto's like, "Oh gosh, no." As then all the girls like, "I came here first. I came here, so I should just start arguing over and over." As then, as then, as then Naruto says, "Can you guys just go back to your seats because I'm already sitting here?" As Sakura says, "How about you go find a different seat? I want to sit there." As Naruto says, "Well, no, this seat is already taken, so go and find yours." As she then says, "You should go and find yours." As she then says, "Okay, I don't care because I'm already sitting here." As Sakura says, "Get out of this seat or I will force you to." As Naruto then says, "I like to see you try." As she gets annoyed as she tries pulling Naruto as mightful as she could, but then Naruto easily grabs her feet, grabs her wrist, and cracks it. You could hear the crack as Sakura screams, but Naruto made it seem like a genjutsu. As Sakura is on the floor, she wakes up and says, "What?" As Sakura then looks around as she looks at Naruto, she starts blurring. As she then says, "What?" As she then looks at her arms and starts to blur. As then she then starts remembering. Wonders, blurs, or some things that are natural in the real world is an illusion. In a class, Haruka said. As Sakura then says, "Release," or makes a pain to her arm. As Sakura then looks up and says, "How dare you try putting a genjutsu over me?" As Sakura says, "Yeah." As Sakura says, "Yeah, how dare you?" As Ino's like, "Genjutsu?" Ino looks at Sakura, "Genjutsu." As he's like, "You think this is funny? I'm gonna beat you. Plus, you don't have genjutsu." As Naruto then looks at her and says, "It took you at least 5 minutes to realize that. 5 minutes. Like, Ino here, she could do better than you. Like, I accidentally put a genjutsu over her. All she just did was realize it in 1 second. Oh, that one. The one where I walked in and it kept repeating over and over? Yeah. Ino said. As Sakura gets angry and she tries to punch Naruto, but Naruto dodges. As she's aiming at Sasuke, but Naruto gives Sasuke a look. As Sasuke then dodges her punch. As she ends up punching something, but it's not Sasuke, neither Naruto. She punches Choji's chips and smashes it on the floor. As Sakura says, as Sakura then looks at Naruto, then she's like, okay, fatso. I'm not trying to punch you, fatso. As then Choji gets pissed, Shikamaru looks at her, and Ino starts cracking her knuckles. As Kiba then gets up from his seat, there's about to be a brawl. As then Choji gets pissed as he then brushes, as he yells, "Rolling ball!" As Shikamaru says, "Nobody insults Choji." As Sasuke then stands up, "Even though I was trying to make you aim for a desk, you are pretty annoying." As then, the reason why the others stood up is because Sakura was being irritating. As you see a brawl about to happen, Sakura yells out, "Let's show these boys what true honor is." As kicks her swiftly off her feet, while there's no gonna be true honor. As half of the girls have red ties on their shoulders, indicating they're on a rebellion. As they start fighting, as this fight escalates to the hallways, as you can hear people using jutsus clashing with kunais, as this was actually outdoors, clashing with kunais, as all the Jonin senseis who were watching their kids trying to pinpoint who's gonna be good sees a brawl going on. As the Hokage says, "So this is what you meant, Naruto." As Naruto pops up and says, Yeah, it's better to get them to do field experience. As a Jonin pops up and says, well, I guess the training on boys versus girls win, but I don't think the fangirls will like it. As the brawl says, as the Jonin says, pointing to a tree field. As the store children stop fighting, you may use all jutsu, but don't kill each other. If you do, you'll be disqualified and sent to prison for murder. As everyone nods, as Ino is still fighting with Sakura. As all the boys just look at Sakura and they start aiming, as Naruto disappears and reappears and starts taking and knocking out every single girl there. Okay, it's not boys versus girls, I don't want to. It's teams versus teams. As then Aruka says, well, Team 7, come up. As he announces the team. Why? Because everyone had did the Shadow Clone Jutsu and I didn't want to go through that because it was boring, and plus, we already know Naruto already passed. And it was just fighting. No clone jutsus. As then they all nod while they're handed headbands. You're probably wondering, how does this happen? Well, you see, the first day when Naruto came was the graduation exams. He wasn't already assessed the skills, so he already put him there. And they were just brawling it out. There was no clone jutsu since everyone had done that the previous day and had mastered it. So there was fights going on. So teams started clashing with teams and it got hectic. Then a kid yelled out. Then Choji started attacking Sakura deadly. As Haruno says, I demand to stop this right now. As she then says, as everyone looks, why? She's hurting my daughter, of course, and I demand him not becoming a ninja. As Choza steps up, you better shut your mouth, Haruno. If you don't, I will personally kill you. As Sarutobi is like, why? As Naruto says, as then out of nowhere, a explosion happens. As Naruto says, well, it's time for me to get serious. As a bunch of Sasuke's fangirls come up, as Sasuke says, I don't want to fight. As then a ginormous fireball comes out of nowhere from Naruto. As Naruto starts doing jutsu, as he yells out lightning style, lightning shockwave, sending a shockwave towards the crowd that are fighting over who gets which flag. Okay, I need to explain third. It's a okay, I need to rewind. The Jonin said there was a flag contest, so they had to capture the flag to gain each other's territory, right? So that's why there's a fight going on. The day when Naruto joined the academy, they were at the graduation exams already, so they didn't need to do anything because they saw the children were better and mastered every single thing, so they did no test, and that was the true test. The kids did not find out about that, so they just did that. So now they're actually getting their headbands and doing a final exam. This is their true final exams. They get their headbands, but they won't get their ninja license. They have to prove that they can fight under certain circumstances and beat each other. Each other is their enemy and they can't trust. So yeah, it's technically people fighting over who. As then Naruto jumps over and starts doing a ton of stuff. Starts doing a ton of jutsu, impressing everyone. As Team Blue are destroying Team Red, ruled by Sakura, as everything is just tumbling down. As the fight ends, as Ruka walks in, as the fight ends, as everyone walks in the classroom, as Aruka walks in to see every single fangirl having a bloodied face, bruises all over. No, fangirls do not have that much injuries. Sakura, she had bruises all over her face. It felt like something happened as then Garuka says, "Whoa, what happened to your face, Sakura? It just looked like a Biju or a Skull Crusher just came over and slammed you with this heavy hammer multiple times." As not as all the girls, including Choji, had beaten her up to the bloody pulp. Because she was the only one at Team Red and Team White now. So, Naruto says, "Well, are we gonna start the graduation exam?" As Aruka says, "Well, you all passed for the teamwork and field test." I'm changing it up a bit. As all the Jonin senseis standing there are sweating right now. They just saw an intense fight, and someone got the absolute crap beaten out of him. As Saruno's mom says, "I like to make an objection. Naruto Uzumaki, you're suspended and not allowed to become a ninja." As everyone looks at her, as then she says, "I'm not done. Choji and every single one of the so-called Rookie 12 or Rookie 9 or whatever as you call yourself are suspended as well." As then all the parents get up as Naruto then comes up as out of nowhere, poof, a man, aka Madera disguised in Shinobi, and says, "What did you just say about my son?" Twitching his eyes, as Hiruzen says, "Well, Kaido, she tried to expel your son." As Madara acting like Sukuto, I'm gonna call him Sukuto. "My name is Sukuto Uchiha. What did you exactly say about him?" Madara says, "My name is Sukuto Kazaraki. What did you say about my son?" She said, "Well, he just tried to attack another kid. This was an exam. First of all, you had no rules. Secondly, I don't know why the civilian council is here. And thirdly, this is a shinobi matter, not a civilian matter. So if you want, can I kill her, Hokage?" "My guy, don't kill her," the Hokage said. As this happens, Sakura sits down, as the teams are run over, as everyone leaves with their team leaders, as Kakashi's late as usual, as Naruto poofs and brings a bowl of ramen and some sushi and some bowls of beef and some bowls of vegetable ramen. And a big bowl of vegetable ramen for Sasuke, and a big bowl of Caesar salad for him. As they start gobbling down on the salads and they start eating and absolutely just decimating the food, eating everything. As then they burp as Kakashi comes in, as he then jaw drops and says, "Did you guys save any for your own sensei?" As Naruto says, "Well, here's some," as he throws him a plate, as it's a plate of sushi, as it's a plate of danko. As Kakashi looks at him and says, "Okay," as he starts eating. As then after Kakashi says, "Well, come up to the roof." This mouthful. Sakura says, "That's disrespectful." It's like, okay, Harun, okay, Pinky. As Sakura gets annoyed, as Naruto, Sasuke, except for Sakura, shints into the roof, as they continue eating their bowls. As it takes 2 hours, it takes 3 hours for Sakura to come upstairs due to the long stairs. As then they look at Sakura and say, "You're late." As Sakura, but a nerve pops up on her head, and she then runs, trying to hit Kakashi. As Kakashi then didn't even have to look, as he then just dodges her punch and kicks her back and makes her sit down as Naruto and Sasuke already finished their Caesar salad and just drinking tea. And is drinking a can of soda as Kakashi pops a can. She then says, well, I'm your sensei. You can call me Kakashi Hatake. We'll be doing introduction. As Sakura says, can you please bring a demonstration? As Naruto says, you're so stupid. As Sakura says, shut up, dope. Like, who made you the Kunoichi of the year? Please, explain. As then Sakura growls. Kakashi then says, well, no hard feelings. As he then says, well, my name is Kakashi Hatake. My dreams? Naruto and Sasuke, you already know. Sakura, none of your business. My goals? Naruto and Sasuke, you already know. They nod, saying that is one fine goal. None of your business, Sakura. My dislikes? None of your business, Sakura. And you go, Pinky. As Sakura growls, as she then says, you told us nothing about, but he told us something about us, but himself to us. How come? Because you were late, and plus, he doesn't talk to late people. As she starts boiling, about to rampage, but she regains her composure as she says, my name is Sakura Haruno. My goal is looking at Sasuke. My dream is looking at Sasuke, blushing even more. My dislike star, Ino Pig, Naruto dope, or Naruto parent orphan. Yeah, Naruto's father did appear, but he didn't say son. He said it in his head, but he was in a roof. My goal, my favorite thing to do is, as she looks at Sasuke, okay. Let's go over to you. Let's go over to you, my guy. As Sasuke is like, my goal is to figure out why Itachi massacred my clan. My dream, none of your business as well. Sucker. My likes, training, mapping, strategist, and playing shogi with Shikamaru. My favorite food is vegetable ramen and Caesar salads. That's it. Naruto says, well, my name is Naruto. But to you, I'll tell you my real name, Sakura. My true name is Naruto Uchiha. My goal is to one day be as great of a leader as my father is and become a great shinobi. My goal is to kill two certain someones. You already know the first person. It's a she and she's a pinky. As Sakura growls again, as Naruto says, the person I really want to kill is a certain someone, is a second certain someone who's a pinky. My favorite things, my hobbies, training, my likes, eating Caesar salads, vegetable ramens, miso pork, and a ton of danko. As he then Kakashi sweats strap and says, I guess I got another uncle. As Naruto then says, yeah, that's it. As Kakashi says, well, since you guys already did a version of the bell test, a new version was tested, I don't need to do teamwork. So let me guess, we're going to go doing missions. Your first missions, as the Hokage poofs, as he then said, no, as a Ambu poofs, is to do a really important mission. Your first mission is to capture this cat and also get this for the Hokage. Pointing at a scroll. This was stolen while an Ambu was moving by a bandit camp. Naruto sweat drops. How did Ambu get under so low level importance? It's stolen from him. The Ambu was able to defeat them, but they did something that you could call barbaric. I don't know how they were able to. But they sort of poisoned him, as he's in critical condition right now. They poisoned an Ambu captain, but how? There's something called raindrops. And since these bandits have a low amount of chakra, Yambu avoided them, but they were pretty good at raindrop tactics. So you're saying they had poisoned the lake, the Ambu came to drink from it, and then fell asleep. Then they tried to mercilessly kill him. He had to dip on out of there, but they couldn't. But he left the skull. He rushed back, but the bandits had already ran off. Are you sure this is not a Jonin mission? No. As Naruto sighs, he then says, "What else? This scroll is very important to the least clients. His name is Tazuna. He's building a bridge. The scroll the bandit stole was a very important one. You have to get the scroll back and also escort Tazuna to his destination and help him build his bridge." As Tazuna would have told the truth now, since the Hokage would have been able to see through the deception, and since he now got to see through the deception, he got it better because he thought Naruto was a liar, so he just did that. As this mission is a sort of as Kakashi says, okay. As Sakura says, yes, I can show my skill and prove I'm stronger. And also you, Sasuke, would you be able to save me? As Sasuke scoffs and says, well, Kakashi says, I think it's a time for us to go home. As Sasuke says, stop. The bridge builder is here, right? Yeah, as Tazuna comes up right beside them, as he then says yes. As Sasuke then says the land of waves, as he lays a map down, as then they start pointing to strategic routes, and Sasuke makes a map table as he moves pieces that resemble each other to Sakura. First of all, for guarding Tazuna, Sakura, you stay here. He starts putting stones on top. Tazuna, you're the main guard. You will have a seal on you that allows Naruto to sort of teleport to you, as Kakashi thinks. Fly Nigel. You, Sakura, you would be a last resort if the enemy tried getting past. As Sasuke says, Kakashi, you would of course be a part of the fight. Naruto will be assisting you, but if it's an S rank or higher class ninja, we'll leave it up to you since We're just B ranks. Kakashi nods, and you, Sakura, I'm giving you the most important job of all time. Sakura perks her head up. You have to guard Tazuna. No matter what, don't leave. You be guarding his tent and everything. At Naruto, you would have to help Kakashi as backup since you're a higher rank. I'm only B rank, you're an A rank. So you'll be helping him fight here. As he points to your paper. So if anything happens, I want you to make dozens of shadow clones and position them upon them. And I want you to make them scout out places and deal with nearby bandit camps. Okay? You got that? As the team nods. So that's how we're gonna move information. Oh yeah, by the way, under Lindsay, you have team supporting units. Team Guy and Team Kurina and other teams, so 12 in total. As then another pair of people appear as Shikamaru looks down at the map and says, so that's what you're doing. You got a trump card, Naruto Uchiha sequence. You can do all of that. At this point, I don't think Neji would be killed since the Cloud would have advantage knowing that they have a pair of Sharingan waiting for them. So I don't think they would actually kill Neji's father. Neji would be more deceptive, but not arrogant. As he looks at the map, there's a single flaw to your plan, worthy observation. Lee Rock Lee, your best in taijutsu. Naruto pulls out a book. As Lee nods, so we have a few extra jonin. As Naruto starts pointing, if there's S-rank shinobi, we will not deal with them. We cannot deal with S-ranks. I'm only an A rank, so I can do anything. I can do some blows, but I can't do anything as well. Then there's that jutsu you can use to call backup. What jutsu? The jutsu that you could use to call clan. So you meant that one? Oh, yeah, about that. As Naruto makes hand signs. As then he says, Kaza. As he then says, come. As out of nowhere, 40 shadows of Shinsuins appear as they yes, Naruto. As a man walks out, knowing that he's around Naruto's team. What did you call us for? As Kakashi says, so this is what you were talking about. Yeah, you could say, yeah, meet my father. And no, I'm not an orphan, Sakura. In the Twitch emote as Tsuruki hugs Naruto so tight, Naruto's like, Mother, please don't do that, please. And she then says, so what did you call us for? Well, we're doing a mission. And we might need your help as backup. Backup? Yeah. Then why did you call 40 of us? Well, there's this dude who's targeted by this Gato guy. And he's a big drug lord. He hires the best in S-rank shinobi of all time. Wait, what? As Tsuruki is still hugging him. Congratulations on being again. Yeah, Mom, I get it. So you're telling me that he is actually a drug lord. So, where's my position on the map? As Naruto pulls out 2 stones that have the kanji for Papa, that has Papa and Mama written on it. as Mother starts saying, "Oh, my favorite stone." As Naruto points at this, Sakura would be staying to guard here. She's like, okay. You already know who you are, Sakura. And next time you call my son an orphan, I will find you. I'm not gonna kill you, but he will. Just trust me, he's done that once to a really annoying bird. I'll make dozens of shadow clones to scout our bandit camps and destroy it. But since you guys are here, I guess you guys would be doing the stuff while you stay back. And I'll send a shadow clone to lead the squadrons. Okay, so did your mama come in? Well, since you're good at medical, you will not be sitting back, but you will be a field doctor. The other medical ninjas will be going along with you guys. Oh, Grandma, shoo. Okay, I switched the part of being that. I'll stay there. I am an SS class ninja. Meanwhile, Shikamaru is just looking at Madera, as Madera, who's covered in a masking. What is it? The legendary Shadow Eye of Death. As he then starts bowing and says, "You didn't tell me your father was him." Shikamaru, we're doing a mission. So, you'll be staying back, and Kakashi would be leading the main invasion squadron. I don't know if this is the Black Matter, but did we just reach a lot of shinobi here? As they nodded, yeah, we have outside sources. As Neji is just looking at Naruto and his father. Damn, they're fast. As Naruto then moves up, if any SS class ninja comes along, we got all the Jonins happening. Since I'm just an A rank, I can't really do that much blows. Really? He's like, what? Really, Naruto? How can you say you cannot do that much blows? I trained you. Because in Path you, I can't do anything that's stupid and rash. I trained you. You're half S rank ninja. You're a low ranking one. And plus, you already killed 3 or almost 14 S rank ninjas with in just 15 minutes each time. As everyone looks at him, look, as Naruto keeps stuttering, as everyone crosses their fingers, as Kakashi looks at him. Yeah, you were gonna say? Okay, fine. It's just that I don't want to resort to killing everyone at a random pace, even though I'm an A rank. Yeah, I'm an A rank level threat for the Cloud for some reason after killing 20 of their ninjas. 20? Boy, you killed 20. After killing 20 of the ninjas and stealing valuable information that they can't get back. As Anambu says, Zambu's ear perks up, he's like, did you say information? Yeah, like how their barrier works, who their Jinchuriki are, how it's easy to destroy their invading force. Pretty much a lot of information. It's like, did you actually go to the Cloud? Yeah, I got a lot of information on each village. I got a spy network. As the Ambu then looks down, as he then puts his hand on, he's like, I might have to take those scrolls. Why? Well, you see, it won't hurt to have a bit of information on the whole entire Cloud. You do know that, right? Here, as Naruto hands him a scroll. By the way, don't summon that here. As the ninja's like, why? If you want to know why, summon it. As he does the summoning, there's a ton of scrolls appear. As he real seals them and says. As he disappears, as then they appear in the Hokage's office, as the Hokage says, well, Naruto, as the council nod, thanks for the information. As Hamira and Kohaku nod pretty well. So we'll be able to lend you some support. Well, the truth is the band of A-rank ninja that stole the scroll have been neutralized. It's only Zabuza. And plus, and sir, we received word that Gato has hired thousands of A-rank ninjas for no reason. Now, this is why I exactly called my clan in. Naruto, who is he? Oh, this is my father. Did I not tell you? He's the head of the second branch of the Uchiha. The branch that I was talking about. Sasuke and Itachi are from the main branch. But from the side main branch, but I'm sort of from the main branch, so. You said, oh yeah, I forgot the 200 other and 3 other Uchiha that are alive. Danzo isn't here because he's banned from coming to this meeting. As everyone is just shocked, there's more Uchiha. As Kohaku says in amazement, as he says, yes, I've landed at least 40 of my shinobi towards this one. Exactly, since my son is the best planner, I don't know. And plus, I got a lot of stuff to deal with. As then out of nowhere, a child pops up and Naruto knows who he is. Hey, Konoki, I can't do anything. He says, big brother, can you please carry me to the mission? I'm better than, can be better. I want to become a shinobi. Okay. Yeah, you better stay around and, ooh, I also got the milk you wanted. Yay! As the boy starts drinking up all the milk. As Madera says, well, I can't let you go out. Why? You know how dangerous that is. Even though I sent you on a mission, even though I let you go, but you do let me go on D-rank missions. That only mission was to get a scroll that a bandit stole. That a bandit stole from a nearby outpost that was unguarded at the time of the arrival, since we were still building up some structure. Oh, okay. But you did end up killing him, so I was pretty worried. But even though you did it at 10 or 12, as he then says, you still have a lot of training to do, and plus you can't come on a S rank mission. Wait, S rank? Did you say S rank? Naruto, you're withdrawing for this mission. I don't want my baby boy to go into a war zone. Ma'am, calm down. I shouldn't be calm down. This is on, I'm already assigning 12 other Anbu to this mission. So you can calm down. 12 of the Anbu. And plus you guys have a ton of shinobi right now. So you can literally do a war. You have a shinobi, amount of a shinobi to invade a small... You have enough shinobi to literally go and destroy the hidden mist invaded, since it's having civil war. And literally take it over right now. Intro. So yeah, it's impossible. So yeah, it's impossible. As Shuki calms down even more. As, please don't be mad at me. As Shuki says, like and subscribe to Anime Beast Sweaters, and this is the end of the video. Peace.